Among the moms who have joined the lobbying efforts in Virginia, a new member, school teacher Tamara Netzel. Her interest is personal. She herself is searching for legal cover to use CBD oil.
There you go.
I'm just thankful and grateful for everybody here starting this, because I was only diagnosed 5 years ago. You have worked so hard, and I'm benefiting from that. I'm very thankful.
Tamara has multiple sclerosis, a disease capricious in nature and devilishly difficult to treat.
With multiple sclerosis, you get a cold, you get any kind of virus or anything that can trigger your symptoms to get worse. And at the same time, the drugs they give you bring your immune system down. So then you're more vulnerable to those things too. So
it's really a horrible catch-22.
It is.
One of the drugs she was taking for MS almost killed her.
You know, I didn't know what's going on, and my husband, you know, I sent him home to get my things, and his sister's a nurse, and he had called her on the way. We didn't know what that meant, you know, elevated liver enzymes, you know. He told his sister my numbers, and his sister was like, she's dying. You know she's dying, right? So it's pretty scary.
It's a lot to go through.
Tamara suffers constant neuropathic pain.
You don't know what chronic pain is until you live it. Chronic pain is, you know, I can tell the pain scales that they tell you at the doctor, you know, 1 to 10, doesn't even describe it. But think of a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, ongoing, nonstop, no end in sight. It changes your mood. It changes how you interact with people. It's exhausting.
A co-worker suggested she try cannabidiol.
This hurts a lot more.
But Netzel felt trapped. CBD oil in Virginia was only approved for epilepsy patients, no other illnesses, and possession of CBD oil by federal standards is still illegal.
There was no way I was going to break the law, but at the same time, how am I going to take care of myself?
And at the time, her husband Tom was a full bird colonel in the U.S. Army.
You grow up, your husband in the military for 26 years. It's a big thing. It's patriotism and all that. A teacher.
He was not enthused about having an illegal substance in his home.
I was still in the military, and I was worried about it, but we were desperate, and it was worth a try. So we tried it.
So strong, can I hold it?
Her pain abated.
Any problems on that side?
The CBD oil, I put a little under my tongue, and it was minutes. I feel this warm rush down my arms. I was like, wow, this is great. Like it was a relief.
What does it mean to you that he has your back?
It means a lot. I feel safer to fight for myself, and I feel like I can do this. I don't have to sneak around. I don't have to, you know, hide it just to help myself.
Decorated officer, hardcore conservative, and out of the closet for cannabis.
Well, I think you can't change the dialogue without telling people the story. So if nobody knows somebody that's personally involved in something, then they don't have a personal connection with the story, and nor do they care about it changing.
But some in Washington have made that connection, including New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, Democrat.
As a mother, and some of those moms that we've talked to have been in your office, what do you see when they walk in the door?
It breaks my heart. I mean, if you're a mom and you know your child could die at any given day, and they have a horrible disease that needs medicine, and the federal government saying you can't have that medicine, it's outrageous. I mean, I can't believe we could treat these families with so much callousness. It is absolute disregard for the well-being of their family, the ability of their children to survive, the ability for a child to grow up, to learn how to walk and talk and ride a bike. That's what this medicine does for these kids. And so it makes me so angry because it's just morally wrong. It is wrong to say giving the child the medicine that the child needs is illegal. It's wrong.
Colorado Republican Senator Cory Gardner admits trying to right that wrong to date has been difficult.
It's hard to make public policy on anecdotes. And what we ought to be doing is dealing with the best facts that we have. This is a country that has approved and researched remarkable innovations. We can do this with something that's been around for a millennium.
Gardner, not a fan of recreational marijuana, says if medical marijuana has benefits, the federal government should make them easier to discover.
You know, when I was a kid, there were certain TV stations that you watched to catch up on the reruns of shows that ran 20 years ago. Sometimes I think Washington is stuck in reruns when it comes to public policy. They're 10, 15, 20 years behind public opinion.
But many out there refuse to wait.